Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. In this video we're going to be listening to Easier to Run by Linkin Park from their second album, Meteora. Excuse me. So as you guys know, Linkin Park is such a good band. Their first two albums, Hybrid Theory and Meteora, oh my, so many good songs, so many top tier tracks on those albums. And so he's heard most of the tracks from their first album and their second album. The last two tracks he hadn't heard from their first album, they were among the weakest tracks on that first album. Meteora, we're going to listen to Easier to Run today, and then we have another track which they haven't heard, which is actually an instrumental track, so it's going to be interesting to hear that, and that is track number 12, which is Session. Anyways, if you like books, music, games, and wrestling, then hit the subscribe button. Also, if you can leave a like on this video, it would be very much appreciated.
Has been taken from deep inside of me, a secret I've kept locked away, no one can ever see. Been so deep they never show, they never go away, like moving pictures in my head, for years and years they've played.
If I could change I would, take back the pain I would, retrace every wrong move that I made I would. If I could stand up and take the blame I would. If I could take all the shame to the grave I would. If I could change I would, take back the pain I would, retrace every wrong move that I made I would. If I could stand up and take the blame I would take all my shame to the grave.
It's easier to run, replacing this pain with something long. It's so much easier to go than face all this pain. You're all alone. Sometimes I remember the darkness of my past, bringing back these memories I wish I didn't have. Sometimes I think of letting go and never looking back, and never moving forward, so there'd never be a path.
If I could change I would, take back the pain I would, retrace every wrong move that I made I would. If I could stand up and take the blame I would. If I could take all the shame to the grave I would. If I could change I would, take back the pain I would, retrace every wrong move that I made I would. If I could stand up and take the blame I would take all my shame to the grave.
Just washing it aside, all of the helplessness inside, pretending I don't feel misplaced is so much simpler than change. It's easier to run, replacing this pain with something long. It's so much easier to go than face all this pain. You're all alone. It's easier to run.
If I could change I would, take back the pain I would, retrace every wrong move that I made.
It's easier to go.
If I could change I would, take back the pain I would, retrace every wrong move that I made I would. If I could stand up and take the blame I would take all my shame to the grave.
Alright, this was good. It was good. Which is, admittedly expected, because it's Linkin Park, but when you haven't heard songs from these bands that you're a fan of, you're always, well, maybe not always, but you're interested in knowing if the song is going to be, if the track is going to be a good track. And so, he hadn't heard this track before. That's why he was listening to it, obviously. Or yeah. So yeah, and this was good. I something about this track sounds familiar though. I don't that part. He'll let you guys listen to it again, but he's heard this track before. He doesn't remember where, but there's a part that sounds very familiar.
I would take all my shame to the grave. It's easier to run, replacing this pain with something wrong. It's so much easier to go than face all this pain. You're all alone.
Sometimes I remember.
Yeah, going back to the quick side note, going back to the 12 Stones, the Way I Feel track. I also like the way, not only did he like the way that he sang Tonight, but he also liked the way he sang Inside. So, yeah, but back to Linkin Park. So, yeah, that part that he just played again, he's heard that part somewhere. He doesn't know from where, but it sounded so familiar. Anyways, Linkin Park, I mean, they're like, the instruments always sound good. The Mike and Chester together, what a combination. I mean, everybody already knows that. But those two work so well together. Yeah. And the way Chester sing, it's almost like he's screaming or like shouting, or I don't know. Like he has a very powerful voice. So the way he sings that part that he just played, as always, Chester, such a good voice. I mean, everybody already knows this, so what I'm saying is just adding. I'm just repeating what everybody has been saying for years now. But Chester, man, such a powerful voice, such a good singer. But yeah, this was a good track. It was good. So yeah. What are you guys' thoughts on this song? Let him know in the comments below. If you like books, music, games, and wrestling, then hit the subscribe button. Also, if you can leave a like on this video, it would be very much appreciated. And if you want to know more about when things are coming out on the channel, you can go to Twitter, where the username is @Batman2063, and on Instagram, where the username is the same as the first Wrestle Retunes YouTube channel name, excuse me. But if you want to follow, you can. If you don't, that's fine too. Bye.